God is generous with opportunities, but He is intentional about how those opportunities are used. Every person is born with gifts, abilities, time, and access to chances that can lead to success. These are not accidents, they are the divine deposits placed inside your life. However, an opportunity by itself does nothing unless someone chooses to act on it. God opens doors, but He does not push you through them. He provides the field, but you must plant the seed, water it, and protect it until it grows. Many people misunderstand success because they think God will do everything while they do nothing. But throughout life, we see that God works through human effort. He gives you ideas, strength, and direction, but He expects movement in return. Opportunity ignored becomes opportunity lost. Effort is the key that unlocks what God has already prepared for you. Without effort, even the greatest chance will pass by unnoticed. When you work hard, you show respect for the opportunity God placed before you. Effort is a sign of gratitude. It says, I value what I've been given. Success is not activated by wishing, waiting, or watching others move ahead. It is activated when you rise daily, commit yourself, and apply consistent effort to what God has placed in your hands. The more effort you invest, the more clearly the opportunity begins to transform into visible success. Faith is powerful, but faith alone is incomplete when it is not expressed through action. Believing that God can do something is important, yet believing without movement produces no result. True faith is not passive, it is active, bold, and willing to move even when the outcome is not fully visible. When you say you have faith, your actions should reflect that belief. What you do every day reveals what you truly trust. Many people claim faith while remaining stuck in the same habits, the same comfort zones, and the same excuses. But faith is proven when you step forward despite fear, uncertainty, or difficulty. Taking action is a declaration that you trust God enough to move. Even small steps matter because they show obedience and readiness. God responds to faith that works, not faith that waits endlessly for perfect conditions. Action turns belief into reality. When you study, practice, plan, and push forward, you give your faith a voice. God often waits for you to act before He multiplies your effort. Faith begins in the heart, but it must travel through your hands. When faith and action walk together, progress becomes inevitable, and what once seemed impossible begins to take shape through consistent, intentional movement. Prayer is a powerful connection between you and God. It aligns your heart with His will, brings clarity to your direction, and invites divine favor into your life. Through prayer, doors begin to open, opportunities appear, ideas are revealed, and paths become visible that were once hidden. Prayer prepares the way, but preparation alone is not the destination. An open door still requires someone willing to step forward. Many people pray for change, success, and breakthroughs, yet remain standing outside the very doors God has opened. Prayer is not a substitute for responsibility. It is a foundation for it. When God answers your prayer, the answer often comes in the form of work to be done. He gives you chances, connections, and moments, but it is your effort that turns those moments into milestones. Work is the evidence that you took prayer seriously. It is how you respond to what God has revealed to you in prayer. Showing up consistently, giving your best effort, and staying committed even when it is difficult is how you walk through the door prayer has opened. A prayer invites God into your plans, but work proves that you are ready to receive what you asked for. Psalm 4. Laziness delays God's blessings. A laziness does not cancel God's blessings, but it delays them, sometimes for years. God may have already prepared success, favor, and growth for you, yet laziness creates distance between promise and fulfillment. When a person avoids effort, ignores responsibility, or chooses comfort over commitment, they slow down what God is ready to release. Blessings move on the path of diligence, not excuses. Laziness often hides behind words like later, tomorrow, or when the time is right. But every delay weakens momentum and dulls spiritual sensitivity. God gives strength, time, and ability for a reason, and when these gifts are wasted, progress is stalled. Laziness trains the mind to resist effort, making even small tasks feel heavy and overwhelming. Hard work invites blessing because it shows readiness. When you rise early, stay focused, and remain committed, you align yourself with the flow of God's provision. Laziness keeps you waiting for what could already be in your hands. The longer laziness remains, the longer blessings remain just out of reach, not because God is unwilling, but because preparation has been postponed. Time is one of the greatest gifts God gives, yet it is also the most easily wasted. Money can be earned again, strength can return, and opportunities may come twice, but time once gone never comes back. Every day, every hour, and every moment is a portion of life entrusted to you. God gives time so you can grow, build, learn, and fulfill purpose, not so it can be spent carelessly or ignored. Many people realize the value of time only after it has passed. Youth fades, energy decreases, and responsibilities increase. What could have been done easily earlier becomes harder later. Delaying important work, postponing growth, and ignoring discipline slowly steals the future you could have created. Time does not warn before it leaves, it simply moves forward, whether you are ready or not. When you respect time, you respect God's gift. Using time wisely means choosing progress over comfort and purpose over pleasure. Each moment you invest in hard work, learning, and self-improvement becomes a seed for success. Time works for you when you use it well, but when it is wasted, it quietly works against you, reducing what you can still achieve. Procrastination slowly destroys purpose by convincing you that there is always more time. It whispers that you can start later, try tomorrow, or change someday. What makes procrastination dangerous is not that it stops you completely, but that it delays you just enough to weaken momentum and drain urgency. Purpose requires action, and every delay pushes you further away from what God designed you to become. When you procrastinate, you ignore the present moment, even though the present is the only time you can actually act. God speaks, opportunities appear, and responsibilities arise, but procrastination causes hesitation. Over time, this hesitation becomes a habit. Small delays turn into long pauses, and long pauses turn into missed chances that may never return in the same form. Purpose grows when you respond quickly and obediently. Taking action, even when you feel unprepared, builds confidence and clarity. Procrastination keeps you trapped in planning without progress. It robs you of discipline and replaces faith with fear. The longer you wait, the heavier the task feels, making it harder to begin, even though starting was always the key to moving forward. Many people have dreams, but only a few turn those dreams into reality, and discipline is the dividing line. Dreamers enjoy imagining success, while achievers commit to the daily habits that produce it. Discipline is the ability to do when what must be done, even when motivation is low and feelings are tired. It is not about talent alone, but about consistency and self-control. Without discipline, dreams remain thoughts and intentions. Discipline creates structure, focus, and direction. It helps you say no to distractions and yes to purpose. When others quit because they feel bored, tired, or discouraged, discipline keeps you moving forward. It trains the mind to stay committed even when results are not immediate. God honors discipline because it reflects seriousness and obedience. Discipline builds character, sharpens skills, and strengthens endurance. Every disciplined action, no matter how small, moves you closer to achievement. While dreamers wait for inspiration, disciplined people create progress through repeated effort and steady commitment. Everything God places in your life comes with an expectation of responsibility. Your talents, time, energy, and opportunities are not random gifts, they are entrusted resources. God does not give without purpose, and He does not bless without expecting stewardship. Responsibility is how you show that you are worthy of what has been placed in your hands. Many people desire more blessings while neglecting what they already have. But growth begins when you take care of these small things. When you manage your current responsibilities with honesty and discipline, you prepare yourself for greater ones. Ignoring responsibility sends the message that you are not ready, while faithfulness in small tasks proves maturity and readiness for increase. Being responsible means showing up consistently, doing your best even when no one is watching, and treating your work as meaningful. God watches how you handle what you have now before releasing more. Responsibility turns potential into progress and opportunity into achievement. When you honor what God has given, you position yourself to receive more without being overwhelmed. Life is full of challenges, trials, and obstacles, and it is easy to feel discouraged when they arrive. Many people mistakenly believe that difficulties are signs that God has abandoned them or that they are being punished. In reality, challenges are tools of preparation. They are opportunities designed by God to shape your character, sharpen your skills, and strengthen your faith so that you can handle greater responsibilities and higher levels of success. When you face hardships, you are being trained to endure, persevere, and grow. Just as a blacksmith uses fire to forge strong steel, God uses challenges to refine you. They test your patience, your commitment, and your ability to remain faithful under pressure. Each challenge is a hidden lesson, a way to develop resilience, wisdom, and the ability to overcome obstacles that will inevitably arise in your journey towards success. People who shy away from challenges often miss the growth that comes with them. They seek comfort rather than progress, and as a result, opportunities for development slip past them. But those who embrace challenges, face them head on, and learn from them become stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling the responsibilities God intends for them. Every difficulty carries a purpose, and understanding this transforms trials from burdens into stepping stones on the path to achievement. God has invested greatly in your life. He has given you breath, strength, intelligence, time, and unique abilities that no one else has in the same way. These are not small gifts. They are valuable resources placed within you with intention. When you work hard, you acknowledge that investment and treat it with respect. Hard work is not just effort. It is an act of honor to the one who gave you the ability to work. Wasting potential through laziness or carelessness dishonors what God has placed inside you. When you choose to work diligently, you are saying that your life matters and that your gifts were not given in vain. Hard work turns raw potential into visible results. It is how hidden ability becomes skill and how ideas become impact. God supports effort because effort shows gratitude. Even when progress is slow, hard work demonstrates faithfulness. Each time you push forward, improve yourself, and stay committed, you reflect the value of God's investment. Working hard is a way of saying you believe your life has purpose and that you are willing to do your part to fulfill it. In conclusion, success is not given to those who wait, wish, or wonder. Success is given to those who act, who work hard, and who align their effort with God's plan. God has placed within you the potential, the opportunities, and the resources to achieve greatness. But it is your responsibility to move, to push, and to refuse laziness. Do not wait for tomorrow is uncertain. Do not let fear, procrastination, or excuses steal the blessings God has already prepared for you. Rise now, work diligently, stay disciplined, embrace challenges, and trust that every effort you make in faith is multiplying your future. Remember this: God opens doors, but He expects you to walk through them. Your dreams, your purpose, and your destiny are waiting on the other side of effort. Work hard, honor God with your labor, and let your life become a testimony of what faith, action, and perseverance can achieve. Your time is now, your chance is here, and your success is already knocking. Answer the call before it's too late.